The legend begins. The birth of the Bulldog. In the heart of England, centuries ago, a legend was born, not a man, not a myth, but a dog. A creature so fierce that it could face a raging bull, yet so loyal that it would die for its master. This was the beginning of the Bulldog. The streets of 13th century England were rough, filled with noise, chaos, and blood sport. One of the most brutal entertainments of that time was bull baiting, a cruel contest where dogs were sent to battle massive bulls. But not every dog could face that danger. It required unmatched courage, power, and an iron will. That's when humans began breeding a new kind of warrior, short, muscular, with jaws strong enough to latch onto a bull's nose and never let go. That was how the Bulldog got its name. These early bulldogs weren't the calm companions we know today. They were fighters, hard, relentless, and fearless. Their bodies were low to the ground, their faces wrinkled, their eyes full of fire. Every muscle, every breath was built for endurance. Pain meant nothing to them. They were bred to stand their ground no matter what. But destiny had something else planned. When bull baiting was finally banned in 1835, people thought the Bulldog would disappear forever. After all, its only purpose was gone. Yet, instead of vanishing, the Bulldog began to transform. Breeders saw something deeper in those powerful eyes, a spark of loyalty, of calmness, of love. They began to shape the breed into something gentler, more human-friendly, while keeping its bravery intact. Slowly, the once fearsome fighter became a loving family guardian, a gentle giant in a compact body. By the late 1800s, the Bulldog had crossed the Atlantic and reached America, where it became an instant favorite. Americans saw in the Bulldog the same spirit they admired in themselves, tough, determined, and unbreakable. Soon, it became a national symbol of courage, representing everything strong and resilient about human nature itself. And so began the incredible journey of the Bulldog, from blood and battle to love and loyalty. The fighter turned friend, the fierce turned faithful. But what made these dogs so unshakably brave even after their violent past faded away? And how did they win hearts around the world despite their intimidating looks? That's the story we'll unfold next, as we explore the soul behind those wrinkled faces and those kind, unyielding eyes, the true spirit of the brave little gentle giants. Heart of courage, the Bulldog's unbreakable spirit. Beneath those droopy eyes and wrinkled cheeks lies something extraordinary, the unbreakable heart of courage. A Bulldog may look slow or sleepy, but don't be fooled. Inside that stocky little body beats the heart of a lion. Even after centuries of evolution, the Bulldog never lost its bravery. You can see it in the way it walks, steady, confident, almost defiant. It's not arrogance, it's quiet power. A Bulldog doesn't bark to prove strength. It simply stands its ground. Whether it's facing a stranger, a storm, or an obstacle, this dog never backs down. Stories of Bulldog's courage are legendary. During World War II, Winston Churchill was often compared to a bulldog, symbolizing Britain's determination to never surrender. That's no coincidence. The Bulldog's character mirrors that very spirit. When life gets tough, it digs in, endures, and fights on without complaint. But courage in Bulldogs isn't about aggression, it's about heart. If you've ever looked into a bulldog's eyes, you'll notice something remarkable: warmth. They love deeply and protect fiercely. They sense human emotions almost like they're reading your soul. If you're sad, they'll quietly sit beside you, pressing their weight against your leg as if to say, "I'm here." That's the paradox that makes them so special, tough yet tender. Their courage isn't loud, it's calm. Their love isn't flashy, it's loyal. When they bond with you, it's for life. They don't care who you are, where you live, or what you own. All they care about is that you're their person. And when danger comes, that same gentle heart turns into a fearless guardian. Bulldogs may not be the fastest runners or the strongest fighters anymore, but their loyalty gives them a strength beyond muscle. They'll stand between you and harm without hesitation. No wonder they've become mascots for armies, sports teams, and schools around the world. Because the bulldog isn't just a dog, it's a symbol. A reminder that true strength isn't about size or noise. It's about standing firm, staying loyal, and never giving up. From the battlefields of old England to the couches of modern homes, that spirit hasn't changed. The bulldog still carries within it a warrior's soul wrapped in the body of a gentle friend, a gentle guardian, a heart wrapped in wrinkles. Look closely at a bulldog's face, those deep wrinkles, that wide jaw, those soulful eyes. Each line tells a story of transformation. Once feared for its ferocity, today the bulldog is loved for its warmth. It's no longer the warrior of the ring, but the guardian of the home, watching over its family with quiet devotion. What makes bulldogs such incredible companions isn't just their loyalty, it's their emotional intelligence. They're remarkably aware of human moods. If you're happy, they'll wag that stubby tail like a drumbeat of joy. If you're stressed, they'll move closer, leaning their heavy head on your lap, melting away your worries without saying a word. They may look tough, but inside, they're tender souls. Bulldogs form deep attachments to their families, especially to children. They'll let kids climb over them, tug their ears, and even nap on their backs, and through it all, they'll stay calm, patient, and full of love. Their steady nature makes them the perfect mix of protector and playmate. But don't mistake gentleness for weakness. The bulldog's protective instinct runs deep. When it senses a threat, that lazy charm vanishes, replaced by unwavering focus. They'll position themselves between you and danger without hesitation, ready, steady, and fearless. Their courage doesn't come from aggression, but from love. It's that balance, the fierce and the gentle, that makes them truly unique. You can find them snoring peacefully beside your couch one moment, and standing guard at the sound of a suspicious noise the next. They don't just live with you, they belong with you. Their wrinkled faces and clumsy gait may look comical, but that's part of their charm. Bulldogs teach us something powerful. You don't need to look perfect to be loved deeply. Their imperfections make them beautiful, their flaws make them real, and their loyalty makes them unforgettable. Across the world, families adore them not for their looks, but for their hearts. They're not just pets. Their emotional anchors, calm, steady, and always there when you need them most. From warriors to comforters, bulldogs have come a long way. But their core hasn't changed. They still live to protect, to love, and to stand by their people till the very end. The American Dream. How bulldogs conquered hearts across the ocean. When the Bulldog first set paw on American soil in the late 1800s, no one imagined it would become an icon. Yet, within decades, it transformed from a foreign curiosity into one of the most beloved breeds in the United States, a living symbol of strength, resilience, and loyalty. America, at that time, was a land of ambition and grit. People admired determination, courage, and hard work, the very traits that defined the Bulldog. This wasn't just a dog, it was an attitude. With its stocky build, unwavering spirit, and unbreakable loyalty, the Bulldog perfectly reflected the American dream to rise, endure, and never give up. Colleges and military units quickly adopted the Bulldog as their mascot. From the Marine Corps' Chesty the Bulldog to universities like Georgia and Yale, this wrinkled-faced hero became a national emblem of toughness. Wherever you saw a Bulldog, you saw pride, persistence, and power. But it wasn't just about symbolism, it was about soul. The Bulldog's calm temperament made it the perfect family dog in a rapidly changing world. In cities filled with noise and chaos, the Bulldog brought peace. Its patience made it wonderful with children, and its alertness made it an excellent protector. Slowly, homes across America began to welcome Bulldogs not just as pets, but as family. Famous figures and celebrities fell in love with them too. From movie stars to presidents, everyone found something magnetic in that wrinkled face and unwavering gaze. It wasn't just cuteness, it was character. Bulldogs didn't try to impress. They simply existed with confidence and loyalty, and people adored them for that. As America grew and evolved, so did the Bulldog's place in its culture. It appeared in advertisements, sports logos, movies, and even as a national spirit animal of determination. Wherever there was talk of never giving up, there was a Bulldog somewhere in the picture. What started as a fierce fighter in England had now become a symbol of courage and comfort across the ocean. It had conquered hearts not with teeth, but with tenderness. The Bulldog wasn't just living the American dream, it became the American dream. Powerful yet humble, brave yet kind, and loyal beyond measure. Built like a warrior, soft like a cloud, the Bulldog's unique design. One look at a Bulldog, and you can't help but smile. That wide stance, muscular frame, and wrinkled face give it a look that's equal parts serious and silly. But behind that adorable appearance lies one of the most fascinating designs in the dog world, crafted through centuries of survival, strength, and adaptation. Everything about a Bulldog's body tells a story of its past. Its short, sturdy legs keep it close to the ground, a leftover trait from its bull baiting days when stability meant survival. Its broad chest and thick shoulders give it the power to push forward, while that distinctive, pushed-in nose once helped it breathe, even while holding onto a bull. The Bulldog wasn't built for speed, it was built for staying power. Then there are those wrinkles, nature's armor. Back in the old days, those folds helped channel blood away from their eyes during fights. Today, they add to the Bulldog's irresistible charm, making it look both tough and tender. But those same wrinkles need love and care now, cleaned and kept dry, because what once served a fighter now belongs to a family companion. Their underbite, once a weapon, now gives them that trademark goofy, Grin, the kind of expression that melts hearts instantly. Combine that with their snub nose and round eyes, and you have a face that looks like it's always on the verge of saying, everything's gonna be okay. Physically, bulldogs might not be built to run marathons, but they are built for love. They adore lazy afternoons, short walks, and endless cuddles. Their slow pace isn't a flaw, it's a lifestyle. They remind their humans to slow down to breathe, to enjoy the moment. Yet behind that relaxed exterior lies quiet strength. Their dense muscles, strong jaws, and solid frame make them surprisingly powerful for their size. When a bulldog plants its feet, even the strongest person might struggle to move it. That stubbornness isn't defiance, it's determination. Each part of a bulldog's body tells a tale from the battlefield to the living room. From warrior to comforter, it's a masterpiece of evolution, balancing toughness and tenderness in perfect harmony. The bulldog's build may have changed over the centuries, but its essence remains the same: unyielding, loyal, and full of heart. The bulldog's soul, loyalty that never breaks. If there's one word that defines a bulldog, it's loyalty. Not the kind that fades when life gets tough, but the kind that stands, unshaken through everything. When a bulldog loves you, it's forever. No conditions, no limits, just pure, unbreakable devotion. They're not the type to run around seeking attention. Bulldogs are calm observers, always nearby, always watching. You might think they're asleep, but one unfamiliar sound, one unusual movement, and their eyes open instantly. They don't just protect their home, they belong to it, body and soul. Ask any bulldog owner, and they'll tell you. Their dog isn't just a pet, it's a piece of their heart walking on four legs. A bulldog will follow you from room to room, sit by your feet when you work, and rest its head on your lap when you're tired. It doesn't need words to show love. Its presence says it all. Their loyalty is almost human-like. They sense when you're sad, and they stay close. They sense when you're happy, and they celebrate quietly beside you. They may not fetch sticks or perform tricks, but they'll do something far greater. They'll stay. Through chaos or calm, sickness or sorrow, a bulldog never abandons its person. That's why bulldogs have earned a reputation as emotional anchors. For soldiers returning from war, for families healing from loss, for people fighting loneliness, bulldogs have been silent healers. Their slow breathing, heavy presence, and constant companionship create a sense of peace that few creatures on earth can give. But their loyalty also has a playful side. They adore routine and get attached to small habits: morning cuddles, walks at the same hour, or that one favorite spot on the couch. Change their schedule, and they'll look at you like you've broken a sacred promise. That's the thing about bulldogs, they're creatures of heart and habit. Their love doesn't need words, and their loyalty doesn't need proof. It's written in every glance, every sigh, every gentle lean against your leg. To be loved by a bulldog is to know what unwavering devotion truly means. They may be small in size, but their hearts hold oceans of affection, steady, pure, and eternal. Stubborn heart, a bulldog's silent strength. If you've ever lived with a bulldog, you already know when they decide something. There's no changing their mind. That stubbornness isn't defiance. It's part of their charm. It's the same determination that once made them warriors in the arena, now softened into a quiet, funny kind of strength inside the home. A bulldog doesn't rush for anyone. Tell it to move, and it'll think about it first. Maybe yawn, maybe stretch, then maybe move if it feels like it. But here's the thing. Behind that stubborn nature lies something beautiful: consistency. Bulldogs don't quit easily. Once they love you, they never stop. Once they decide you're their person, that's forever. This unshakable willpower makes them incredibly strong-willed protectors. They might not bark much, but when they do, everyone listens. If a bulldog plants itself in front of a door, it's like a living fortress, immovable, confident, and calm. That's not stubbornness anymore. That's courage wrapped in wrinkles. But their determination also shows up in everyday life. Teaching a bulldog can be a test of patience. You can't shout or force them, they simply won't respond. What they do respond to is respect. When you treat them gently, they give you everything in return. It's almost as if they're saying, "I'll listen, but you have to earn it." That's the bulldog's spirit: steady, independent, and dignified. They might not obey every command like a robot, but their loyalty runs deeper than obedience. They don't follow orders, they follow hearts. This stubborn charm makes them unforgettable. When they refuse to get off the couch, it's not rebellion, it's personality. When they stare at you after you call their name, it's not ignorance, it's pride. They have their own rhythm, their own mind, their own way of saying, "I'll do it, but in my time." And that's what makes them so human. We see ourselves in them: their persistence, their pride, their quiet strength. They remind us that being strong doesn't always mean being loud. Sometimes it means standing firm with silent determination. The bulldog's stubborn heart isn't a flaw, it's a lesson. A reminder that true strength isn't about speed or obedience. It's about staying grounded, patient, and unbreakably true to yourself. Little giants of love, the family side of bulldogs. For all their toughness and pride, bulldogs have a secret superpower: love. Pure, endless, gentle love. They might look like mini gladiators, but when it comes to family, they turn into the softest souls you'll ever meet. Their hearts are huge, their patience unshakable, and their loyalty beyond measure. Bulldogs thrive in family life. They don't need big backyards or fancy toys, they just need their people. Whether it's lying under the dining table during dinner or snoring softly beside your bed, they want to be part of every moment. They bond deeply and hate being left alone. To a bulldog, family isn't just who feeds them, it's their entire world. With children, bulldogs are extraordinary. Their calm and tolerant nature makes them ideal companions for little ones. A bulldog will endure clumsy hugs, playful tugs, and endless giggles with royal patience. They protect children not out of instinct alone, but out of genuine affection. Many parents say that once a bulldog bonds with a child, it becomes their silent guardian, watching, waiting, always ready. They also fit beautifully into homes with other pets. Though they have a strong personality, bulldogs rarely seek conflict. They're peacemakers, preferring snuggles over scuffles, naps over drama. Their slow movements and gentle demeanor bring a calming balance to the household. But perhaps the most heartwarming thing about bulldogs is how they express love. They don't jump or bark wildly. Instead, they'll press their heavy head against your leg, look up with those deep, soulful eyes, and let out a sigh that says everything words can't. It's their way of saying, "You're my world." And when you're sad, they just know. They'll sit beside you quietly, leaning in, breathing slowly, grounding you without trying. That's the Bulldog's magic. They heal hearts without effort. It's easy to see why families around the world adore them. They bring warmth, laughter, and stability into homes. They remind us that love doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. It can be gentle, steady, and unconditional. These brave little gentle giants don't just live with families, they complete them. Every wrinkle, every sigh, every lazy smile tells the same story. Home is where my human is. The modern Bulldog. From streets to stardom, today's Bulldog has come a long way from its rough beginnings in the blood-soaked arenas of old England. What was once a fierce fighter has evolved into a global superstar, a beloved icon appearing in movies, commercials, sports logos, and even fashion campaigns. The Bulldog isn't just a breed anymore. It's a brand of love, courage, and character. You see them everywhere, from the Marine Corps' fearless mascot Chesty, standing proud in uniform, to the University of Georgia's Yuga, sleeping lazily on the sidelines while thousands cheer. The Bulldog represents determination and toughness. Yet its sleepy charm reminds everyone that true power doesn't need to shout. It just is. In pop culture, Bulldogs are everywhere. They've been in Hollywood films, on magazine covers, and in viral videos that melt hearts worldwide. Whether it's their snoring, snorting, or clumsy little waddle, everything they do feels naturally entertaining. They don't act cute, they are cute, effortlessly. But fame hasn't changed their essence. Even in the spotlight, Bulldogs remain humble companions. They're not here for glamour, they're here for connection. Despite their popularity, they still carry that same loyal, loving spirit that once made them the pride of British homes and American hearts. Their looks may attract attention, but it's their souls that win devotion. That wrinkled face, that underbite smile, and those eyes filled with quiet wisdom each. Bulldog feels like an old soul trapped in a short, stout body. Maybe that's why people across generations feel drawn to them. Yet, with fame also comes responsibility. Because of their unique build, Bulldogs need special care, gentle exercise, balanced diets, and attention to breathing and skin folds. Responsible breeders and owners are now working together to ensure the Bulldog's future stays healthy without losing its charm. After all, this breed has given the world so much love, it deserves the same in return. From the cobblestone streets of London to red carpets in Los Angeles, the Bulldog has walked a long, glorious path. It has faced cruelty, extinction, and change, yet it survived with grace. Today, it stands not as a relic of the past, but as a living symbol of endurance and heart. A true star, strong, loving, and unshakably real. Forever faithful, the legacy of the brave little gentle giants. Time changes everything, but not the Bulldog's heart. From the bloody arenas of the 1200s to the cozy couches of modern homes, this little giant has traveled through history with its head held high and its heart wide open. What began as a story of survival has become a legacy of love, loyalty, and courage. Today, when you see a bulldog trotting down the street chest out, wrinkles bouncing, tail wiggling, you're looking at centuries of strength turned into gentleness. This breed carries the spirit of a warrior, yet the soul of a poet. It fights for love, not glory. It guards peace, not territory. And that's what makes it eternal. A bulldog doesn't just live in your home, it claims your heart. They become part of your daily rhythm. The sound of their snore in the living room, the soft grunt when they stretch, the heavy sigh as they rest. Beside you, all of it becomes music you can't imagine life without. They're not loud about their affection. They express it in stillness, in presence, in faithfulness that never wavers. Generations may pass, but bulldogs will always symbolize what humans admire most: resilience, kindness, and unwavering devotion. They teach us that strength isn't about aggression, it's about endurance. They remind us that love doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. And they show us, simply by existing, that gentleness is the truest form of greatness. Across continents, in families big and small, bulldogs continue to inspire. They're featured in art, sports, and media, but their real legacy lives quietly in the hearts of those who've been lucky enough to love one. Because once you've had a bulldog, no other love feels quite the same. And maybe that's the magic of these brave little gentle giants. They don't just walk through our lives, they leave paw prints on our souls. So here's to the bulldog, the fighter turned friend, the symbol of courage, the heartbeat of homes around the world. A creature born in battle, but destined for love. They are more than dogs. They are living reminders that no matter how hard life gets, you can face it with wrinkles, patience,